Hi guys, my name is Nedeljko, and today we will talk about how to become software developer fast, or what is the fastest track to become software developer. In order to become software developer, let me first explain what is general scope of software developer and how you can choose the fastest track to become one. Please note that when you get your first job, your journey is not finished, as this is just the foundation of your software developer path. Here on the screen we can see what software developer does. So basically there is a full stack developer, there is a front-end developer, or a back-end software developer. So the full stack is a choice what you can do in order to finish up the whole software development cycle. This means that you can do the front end, the user interface, that you can connect it to the backend, and the backend you can save the data, and you can have the full circle of software development. So let me explain a little bit furthermore. Basically, what is front end? Front end is basically a set of technologies that are used in developing to develop a user interface of web applications and web pages. So this is kind of shortest explained what it is. Software developers on the front end part create a design, some kind of structure, or if it's needed animation, or whatever you see on the screen, which is called user interface, while opening up a website, web application, mobile application. So here is listed for the front end some of technologies that you can use, and this is basically the most famous ones are JavaScript, HTML, and CSS for styling. There is also listed Angular, React, there is also Vue, and so on and so forth. So for the backend software developer, there is, so basically to explain, backend is a technical term which is just to put it simply, this is what software developer code, and this deals with the server side operations. So everything that is, we can say everything that is not connected to the front end. So all the business logic, all this insert, update, delete functions, which are basically create, read, update, delete functions, and this is something that you will be doing as a backend developer. So here is the stack, kind of what is included there. So you have a Java programming language, you have .NET, in this case C#. Also Node.js, it's also JavaScript, but it runs on the server side. You have PHP, C++, so these are the most famous ones, so to say. You can also do, for example, you can do the front-end implementation on the backend side, but I don't want to confuse you now. Basically, it just renders, the user interface is kind of rendered on the server side, and then it's pushed to the front end so that user sees it. But anyways, in the backend, you do the server side logic. There is also databases on the backend side. We can divide these as relational database systems and NoSQL systems. But database is kind of, you need to know, because database is something where we store all of our data. So everything comes, what is being entered on the user interface on the front end, it flows to the backend, and on backend it's being processed, stored to the database, and then it's being read to send another cycle back. On this chart we can see what is in demand, so you can choose what path you will use in order to land the job as software developer faster, and what could be the odds of finding the position better. So as you can see, from the chart, there is backend is like 58% in demand, and so it's full stack. So, and then it's followed by the front end. So with this chart, we can see that chances of you finding the job faster would be if you go, in order of backend, or in order of full stack. But full stack could be really challenging because you need to know the front end and the back end. So I will suggest that maybe, of course, it depends on what you like. If you like the front end, if you like the user interface, you should stick with the user interface. Or if you like the back end, you can go in the choice of working with databases first, as this would require the less knowledge, or the learning curve will not be that steep. So you can learn SQL language, and which is basically a procedural language. There is no object-oriented things inside of it, and basically you have a kind of list of commands that you need to learn. Once you learn it, you would be good to go, and you would understand the concept of the databases. Even if you are a front end, at some point in your working career, you would need to understand this. So maybe this would be the best choice to follow up, to go in this database development. But like I said, it totally depends on what you like and what you prefer. So the best way to see or to find jobs is, I would recommend Indeed, as here is really lots of information that you can find, including the job posting. So here we can have a view of how much is estimated the salary of the backend developer. So we can see that on average base it's around more than $110,000. There is also some bonuses that are included, like $4,000 per bonus, and this is just for the United States. Also, you need to know that there is also a version for example, Switzerland or Germany, with their extension .de or .ch, and so this is, for example, database developer. As I already said, this would not require you to have a huge learning curve to learn databases. So this could be kind of your entry point into software development career. And as you can see, kind of average salary is also okay, roughly around 90,000 US dollars. And for the front end, we can see that it's a little bit higher than the database developer, but also a little bit lower that the backend developer has. Backend software developer has, because obviously this is backend. Software development obviously requires a little bit more knowledge because it includes databases and so on and so forth. Regarding the job positions, for example, I love the filters that you can have here on this Indeed. So basically, I have set up like to earn more than 100,000. And as you can see, and I included also remote position because obviously with this current situation, the world, more and more companies are being open for remote job positions, which of course it depends if you prefer it or you prefer to be on site. You can always choose, but as you can see, there is like 11,000 opening or jobs position open. And we will just go roughly through just one of them, and this is software engineer for Microsoft. And basically, as you can see that depending of what you need to do, and this is an average overview of what the job posting looks like. Usually do not be intimidated, so to say, with job posting, because all the companies, they put kind of different and various technologies, like, you know, you see here it's a C# and Java or other high-level programming languages. So, you know, you might think, okay, I need to know C# and Java, but it's not the case. And yeah, depending of how much is the salary or what kind of job position they look for, they will put some stuff here that is also kind of add on, so to say. But like I said, don't be intimidated of anything that you don't know on this list, and you would be surprised. I would strongly recommend that you apply for, when you start to look for the job, software development job, you should definitely apply as much as possible. But please note that, you know, it's like you don't like to get emails that are not tailored to you, so to say. This is also what companies don't prefer, to get kind of, you know, a general application. So it should be nice, you know, just to have some kind of template, and then you just change, like, you know, Microsoft and then other company and so on and so forth. And of course, CV should stay the same, but covering letter, I would strongly recommend. This is something also that we will cover in upcoming videos, how to write CV that will get your job as a software developer. And yeah, basically, so you will be surprised if you apply for some position that they will call you, even though if you're not, let's say, qualified by all these descriptions that they put out. So if they look for a senior developer, I would, you know, recommend that you apply, even though you are kind of beginner or junior developer, because they might have an opening and opening position. And this is what is really interesting thing with software development industry, because they're always lacking people. So you need to know that software industry always lack personnel. So there is always in demand for software developers. And this is the reason, like, when I was starting out, I had no college degree, and I landed my first job without college degree. Kind of, I was self-taught developer. And basically, so first job to get, I was always asked about kind of what is my background education. But after my first job, so this is really important for you guys to know, that after my first job, they never asked me about my college degree. Like, you know, it's just like, okay, so you have this experience, you did this project, okay, this is okay. And so that's the only thing to know. If you don't have a college degree, there is no, it's not the blocking stone, so to say. So the first thing, what is important in your software development career, is to get that first job for 3 months, 3 months, 1 month, 1 month, just to get that experience, to have that hands-on approach and to implement. Or because in my previous video, I already said, like, the practice, this is the number one tip to learn software development, to learn coding, is practice. So this job that you find will be your practice. So, but they will be paying you, so to say. We offer a one-on-one mentoring to become software developer, where you will fast track to software developer and find a job. So check out the link in description, and you will see what is there described, and how to apply, and how to check it out, and what is being offered. So if you like this video, please do not forget to subscribe, hit the like button, and see you in the next video.